Shalom.
Shalom.
We the brothers of Great Millstone, Miami. And before we begin, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash.
And we want to give double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone that told us his truth. And peace and salutations out there to the elect scattered abroad. Shalom. And, we're in the time of prophecy, and we just, today's class is going to be on Jeremiah 50, okay, because we are in the time of prophecy. And America, Babylon the Great is about to be destroyed very soon. And the Lord wants us to speak about this,
That's right.
okay, proclaim as Jeremiah 50 goes into. So, Rawai, read first for me.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 1. The word that the Lord spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. Declare ye among the nations, and publish and set up a standard, publish and conceal not.
So that's what we're doing. All right. And Jeremiah, he wrote this, all right, because this is a letter for us in these times. Because Jeremiah, as you continue to read Jeremiah 50, ancient Babylon was not destroyed like this in this manner.
Right.
Okay, so we know through the Spirit that this is for us in these times now.
Right.
So the Lord wants us to declare ye amongst the nations and let these people know. Like, hey,
we're prophets unto the nations.
Exactly.
I got a precept.
Go ahead, you got it, bro.
Hey, it's the book of Psalm, chapter 137. Letting you know that there's a future Babylon that the scriptures clearly speak of.
That's right.
You can go to Revelation, it's going to say Babylon the Great. But right here it tells you who it is. Psalm 137, verse 7. It says, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. So this scripture is telling you who that daughter of Babylon, which really is going to, be the new Babylon in these last days. It's Esau, Edom. And who is that? That's a so-called white man.
Back in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50.
Speak up.
Back in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 2. Declare ye among the nations, and publish and set up a standard, publish and conceal not.
And that's what we do. All right. We're publishing the standard, which is the Bible. Conceal not. When we come on the highway to Hezes, we ain't cutting no corners, We ain't getting politically correct. We're telling you straight up. America, Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed.
Right.
That's right.
Got a precept. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 44. And I will punish Bel in Babylon, and I'll bring forth out of his mouth that which he has swallowed up, and the nations shall not flow together any more unto him. Yea, the wall of Babylon shall fall. So this is obviously talking about America, okay? And the Lord is going to bring America to naught, man, with the thermonuclear fire. All right?
That's right.
Yeah, I got a precept. It says, it says, declare ye among the nations, publish. This is Psalms 58 and 11. Oh, 68 and 11, slide.
16 and 11.
68.
68 and 11. Mm-hmm.
Psalm 68 and 11 says, the Lord Yahweh Ba'Hashem Shai gave the word. Great was the company of those that published it. Who's the company of those that published it? It's the prophets, man. The Lord gave the prophecies, and he gave it to men, and his men are making it public, man. That's how Jeremiah was prophesying against this Babylon,
That's right. Same thing the Lord basically told Habakkuk.
Right.
Put it in stone so he may run that readeth it.
Right.
I got one quickly. Revelation 22, 7. Somebody can read it. Read down from 7 to 10.
Revelation 22:7. Behold, I come quickly. Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book. And I, John, saw these things and heard them. And when I had heard and seen, I fell down to worship before the feet of the angel which showed me these things. Then saith he unto me, See thou do it not, for I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren, the prophets, and of them which keep the sayings of this book. Worship the Most High. And he saith unto me, Seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's right.
Babylon is taken, Bel is confounded, Merodach is broken in pieces. Her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces.
Right. Going into those ancient deities of Babylon, Merodach, Bel, in which they're all reincarnated, and they name them. They got different names for them now, but you know, ancient Babylon had its own deities.
Right.
Same way, same as now. You know, basically Jeremiah saying, y'all idols through.
Right.
Y'all through.
Right. Christianity.
Yeah.
You know. Right. All the different philosophies, Catholicism, like the brothers just said. You know.
Satanism too.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Our precept. Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 11. Going into those idols. It says, Wisdom of Solomon 14:11 says, Therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles there shall be a visitation, because in the creature of the Most High they are become an abomination and stumbling blocks to the souls of men, and a snare to the feet of the unwise. So there's going to be a visitation upon these idols, mainly here in Babylon. You know.
Right.
And like the scriptures say, nothing new under the sun.
Yep.
You know, it's the same deities that's always been around, just with a new name and a new twist to it, a new way of worship. That's it.
Yep. That's right. You know, we saw a glimpse of that in 2020, where you had a lot of those nations. They was throwing their idols in the garbage.
Yep.
You know, what they put them
Yeah.
Elons.
Yeah.
It was thousands of them.
I'll read a little bit more. Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 11, it says, Therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles there shall be a visitation, because in the creature of the Most High they are become an abomination and stumbling blocks to the souls of men, and a snare to the feet of the unwise. For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life. For neither were they from the beginning, neither shall they be forever. For by the vain glory of men they enter into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end. That was it.
That's right. See, what people got to understand, there's going to be an end to all of this wickedness, all this deceitfulness, man. All these lies, all this treachery. It's an end that's coming for it. It's not just going to keep on going forever, man. You know?
Jeremiah 50 verse 3, For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast.
Against her. This is that whore that rideth upon the beast. Okay? Jeremiah giving us hints. So, to make her land desolate up in the, from out of the north, which is it's going to be a company of nations out of the north, which is one of them is Russia,
Right.
Iran, China, you know, Persia, and they're all forming now.
Yep.
You know, we got articles from CNN about they all getting together.
Right.
Right. Saudi Arabia, we was just talking about it before we cut the camera on. Saudi Arabia is getting down with Iran, China and Iran and Russia. It's in mainstream news now.
Yeah. Yep.
I got a preset just to land back. The brother was saying, Jeremiah 51 and 27. Set up a standard of Slavic. Set up a standard in the land. Blow the trumpet among the nations. Prepare the nations against her. Call together against her the kingdoms of Ararat, Minian, and Ashkenaz. And when you go into these nations, You see Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
You see in that region, those regions area. Okay, for example, so that goes to show you that NATO's gonna come. You got your NATO ally. The beast shall hate the whore. It's gonna come against you.
Right.
Appoint a captain against her. All right, appoint a captain against her. Cause the horses to come up as the rough caterpillars. 28. Prepare against her the nation with the kings of the Medes.
Right.
All right, the modern day Medes are the Russians.
Right.
The captains thereof and the rulers thereof and all the land of his dominion. All right, and Russia's going to spearhead the invasion. All that the brother mentioned, all those nations are going to follow Russia. Okay, because Russia has an equalizer, nuclear missiles.
That's right.
That's right.
Read the next verse.
29. And the land shall tremble in sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant. That's how you know this is talking about modern day Babylon, which is America, because ancient Babylon, all right, it became just a city state under the Persian Medes. Okay, it was what's it called? It was just tributary. They became a tributary, and then after that, they became a city under Alexander the Great.
Yeah.
All right, because he went to Babylon and was chilling there. You can watch that. What's that movie? With Alexander, with Colin Farrell, what the fuck his name is? Yeah, he went to Babylon. So this is talking about a future Babylon, mystery Babylon, all right, which is America.
That's right. And even how ancient Babylon went down, it wasn't like this.
Oh
Right.
no.
It wasn't like this.
Right. It wasn't made desolate without an inhabitant.
Man and beast, no, it wasn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremiah 50 verse 4, in those days and in that time, saith the Lord, the children of Israel shall come. They and the children of Judah together, going and weeping, they shall go and seek their Lord, their power.
That's happening now.
Right.
We're all getting together. We're in a room full of Israelites now.
That's right.
Northern and southern tribe. We getting together and hey, we seeking our power, man.
Right. Man, hey, to show you this is talking about a future Babylon. For one, it's gonna go into it later on in this chapter, but it says Israel and Judah. We know from the history that the northern kingdom, which was called Israel, they was tucking away from Assyrian captivity.
Mm-hmm.
It was Judah that went into Babylonian captivity. But it says they shall come. Going and weeping, they shall go and seek the Lord their God. Let's go into to future prophecy in Revelation chapter 18. Really quick, man. Where it says Babylon is fallen. And this is written around 90 AD by Apostle St. John on the island of Patmos. Right. Ancient Babylon had them fell about 600 years prior to that, 600, 700 years, But it says in verse 2, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils, in the hold of every foul spirit, in the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. See, this is right in line with the prophecies we just read. Being made desolate, For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Those philosophies, and it was just going to Baal and, Merodach. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. It's talking about America. It ain't even hard. But here's the point, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Right? And the people of the Lord is Israel and Judah together, coming to seek the Lord, man.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that northern tribe of Judah would be in captivity in Babylon Great. Zechariah 2 and 10.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yes, sir.
Sing and rejoice, O daughter of Zion, for lo, I come, and I will dwell in the midst. It's 7, Slocket. Zechariah 2 and 7. It's 2 and 7, Slocket.
2 and 7. Vermont 2 and 7.
2 and 7?
No, Slocket.
Come.
So Zechariah 2 and 7, deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon.
That's right.
That Israelites will be in captivity and the daughter of Babylon. And we
That's
already know
right.
the daughter of Babylon is America.
Yeah, Isaiah 10 and 20. It says, and it shall come to pass that in that day the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. So, yeah, like in these times, yeah, I'm going to read 21. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power.
Mm.
So, yeah, that remnant, the elect, okay, in this time who the Lord is going to deliver, they ain't going to stand on the daughter of Babylon anymore.
Mm.
They're going to be, dependent on Yahweh Bashim Shai to deliver them.
That's right.
I got one.
Mm-hmm.
It's Hosea 3, 4, and 5. Hosea 3 and 4, it says, For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, and without a prince, and without a sacrifice, and without an image, and without an ephod, and without a teraphim. Meaning, well, we was going to discontinue from our heritage. But now the Lord waking us up. Verse 5 says, Afterwards shall the children of Israel return and seek the Lord their power, and David their king, and shall fear the Lord in his goodness in the latter days.
That's right. Mm.
That's reincarnation right there.
Right.
Jeremiah 50 and 5, they shall ask the way to Zion with their faces to the word, saying, Come and let us join ourselves to the Lord in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten.
Yeah, and that's what, we always speak about the new covenant. Always.
Right.
Because that's what, one of the things that we're fighting for, to be perfect. And be at peace with our power.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Verse 6, My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place.
Mm.
Yeah. Everybody already know the history of Israel, man. We were wandering sheep, man.
Mm-hmm.
But the Lord, He brought us back. And shepherds, the false shepherds we still have to this day, still causing our people to go astray, even in the latter days. According to Matthew 24, many false prophets, and they turned them away on the mountains and gone from mountain to hill. Jake just all over the place.
Right.
But the comfort is here, man.
Right. Because we able to break down these scriptures and understand.
That's right. We got the comfort.
The Lord rising us back up.
That's right.
We're Israelites right now breaking down the scriptures.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 7, All that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, We offend not, because they have not sinned against the Lord.
Because they have sinned against the Lord.
Because they have sinned against the Lord, Salakia.
Mm-hmm.
The habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers.
Yeah, that's all of them. Psalms 83.
Mm-hmm.
They everybody had a piece of this,
Right.
and we offend not, because these people know that we're the children of the Lord, and they know, and that if it be found no iniquity in them, like Judith the 5th chapter speaks about.
I got it.
Go ahead. You got it.
Jude chapter 5, verse 17. And whilst they sin not before their power, they propose because the Most High that hated iniquity was with them. But when they departed from the way,
Salaki, brother. It says they prospered.
prospered.
Mm-hmm.
They prospered because the Most High had hated iniquity was with them.
Mm-hmm.
But when they departed from the way which He appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore.
And that's written in the law. How we would go out to battle. Countless times when Jake wasn't supposed to touch certain shit, We would, go out to war and we would lose, and we would wonder why we losing. Because somebody in the camp was going off.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead.
It says, and were laid captives into the land that was not theirs, and the temple of their God was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies. But now,
and that's all through the scriptures how we went off. And the Lord always, He sends somebody to come and get us.
Curses.
The Assyrians, the Babylonians, the Persians, the Medes, and the Greeks. Go ahead.
It says, verse 19, but now are they returned to their power and have come up from the places where they were scattered and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate. Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin. And let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
That's right, and that's the importance of Yahweh Shai. Because, we keep the law to the best of our ability, but Lord willing, if that blood covers us, then we good.
Right.
Nobody can lay, who can lay any charge to the Most High elect? So, Lord willing, we part of that number, man.
One more verse, this is the point. Verse 21, it says, but if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them, and their power be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world.
That's right. You can speak on it.
Yeah, so, hey, once the Lord pleased with us, man, ain't nobody can touch us.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we're the apple of the Lord's eye. So if the Lord pleased with us, and we're doing what is pleasing in the sight of the Lord, ain't nobody can touch us, man. If the Most High be for us, who could be against us?
That's right.
You just got to be doing the right thing. You got to come in the right spirit. But if you transgressing and trespassing against the Lord, you're gonna be out there on your own, man.
Right.
That's just it.
Jeremiah 50:8, remove out the midst of Babylon and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans and be as the he-goats before the flocks. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her.
Well, that's getting set up right now.
Yep.
That's right.
They getting their clique together right now.
That's right.
They trying to form alliances, and they gearing up. Everything that we're speaking about is mainstream. You can actually Google these things.
All right.
Just Google Iran, Russia, China, and you'll see everything. It all pop up.
Yep.
It's one Google click away. So everything's here in your face, and the Lord made it so plain for you all.
From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain.
There we go.
Talking about those missiles.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
And Chaldea shall be a spoil.
This is the land of the Chaldees. The Chaldeans were the ancient wise men of ancient Babylon. Ancient magicians, warlocks, whatever, the wicked, wise, the elites of the Babylon. Go ahead.
All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord. Because ye were glad, because ye rejoice, O ye destroyers of my heritage, because ye are grown fat as the
Heifer.
the heifer at grass, and bellow as bulls.
Well, that's what the brother Ramak. I think he just pulled that one up in the Lord is a recompense because you were glad, and he brought it up. Happy shall he be, shall we be? So Lord, he just gonna pay you back for what you've done.
Right.
Because you have grown fat. Revelation. Well, you got it. Go ahead.
I just want to say, the ancient Chaldeans sound like the Rothschilds and elite banks.
The ancient elites.
Right.
Yeah.
The secret council.
That's them coming back.
Yeah. Because the Chaldeans, they were at the forefront of witchcraft, and who's at the forefront of the witchcraft now? The elites.
The elites, yep.
The priesthood, that left hand priesthood, you know, the elites are at the forefront of it.
Yeah.
And at the right hand, it's the same way. The elites versus the elites.
That's why they call themselves the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Right.
And on the right hand, it's the same thing.
Hey, check this out. Now, Jeremiah wrote this right through the Spirit. It says, because you were glad, because you rejoiced. Let's go to another one that he wrote. This was after, Judah was taken away in captivity.
Yep.
But who is he speaking to in this verse? Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And we just read in Psalm 137 that that Edom is the daughter of Babylon, man. So yes, man. Hey, they have been rejoicing and been glad, man. America, that's what America is known for, so-called home of the brave, home of the free, and everybody come here and it's a free world. Everybody do what the hell they want to do. Be what you want to be. What?
Be all you can be.
Right.
And oppress the children of Israel.
Right.
Because all these heathens are oppressing us.
Right.
Are exploiting us, man. Destroyers of my heritage. I got a precept just to go with the destroyers of my heritage and the Chaldeans. Get Isaiah chapter 47. We'll start at 3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I'll not meet thee as a man. All right? And this is Yahushua. When he comes back, man, he's coming back with full power and glory. All right? In a huge, fathership, spaceship, lighting y'all up with laser beams.
If I may add, it says, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. It was a point in time where the elites went undercover for so long. Now you got people recording elites and talking to them.
Right.
I seen people following Klaus Schwab around, forcing them, hey, what are you... So people are like, so things are happening. That right there that's definitely signs of the end.
Yeah.
These are the people that rule the world being pressed on you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
God.
That's crazy.
Being exposed, TikTok, all these different things, all the atrocities, they wickedness.
Yep.
How this kingdom has gotten to this point, how they receive their riches, who own this, who own that, BlackRock this, you know what I'm saying? Hey, they being made naked, man. And we just read that in Lamentations 4:21 concerning Edom.
And look how the Lord humbling them too, because He using His servants to do it. The people that work for you are actually exposing you.
Perfect piece of Obadiah 1:6.
You have one?
Yeah, just a little bit more, but I mean, you can get. I know you want to get how the hidden things that Esau saw it up. You get that real quickly for why? Because I got a little bit more.
I got something right quick.
Obadiah 1:6. It says, "How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?"
And like Karan was saying, Esau has whistleblowers among him, and that's putting his business out there. Just wanted to bring that out for edification's sake.
And then the prophets get it and run with it and connect it to Bible prophecy. To make it hook, line, and sinker. Yeah, this is undoubtable and undeniable. For those of us, that is for. Everybody else keep believing what you want to believe.
Did you want to bring something out real quickly?
Yeah, bring this up for Shamar. Habakkuk 2:16. It says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory."
That's right.
One comes to mind, Jeremiah 49:12.
Right. Esau drinking that cup right now. He drinking.
He about to.
It's been 4
horse to his mouth.
Yeah, yeah.
You moving your head back and shit.
Right, and that cup is really gonna be when his ass get destroyed, man. Because right now he's still about trying to fill his belly with his New World Order and all these different things that he want to push forward. That cup is gonna be destruction and then captivity and slavery, man. You know, but he's being made naked right now. I'll tell you that he's being exposed. You know, well, Jeremiah 49:12 says, "For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup." And this talking about Israel, because we're supposed to be over the nations. Have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. You know, and who was this talking about? Esau.
Yep, that's it.
You know, but yep.
So back to Isaiah chapter 47, verse 4. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Verse 5. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans. And that's going back to Jeremiah 50. All right, the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. Okay, so this is definitely talking about America. 6.
Yeah, because at one point in time, America was this so great of a land to be here.
Yep.
Like it was so like glorious to be here, an American.
Right.
I'm proud to be an American.
Exactly. This place was lifted up for the
for the greatest fall ever. Well, I remember people was just so happy to be in America.
Yeah. People like will come here, especially all them wars. They just want to flee to America. You know?
Yeah.
All World War I, World War II, they just want to come to America.
Yep.
All right?
The American dream.
The American, for opportunity.
Land of opportunity, right?
Yeah. 6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance, and given them into thy hand. Here's the point. Thou didst show them no mercy, upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. And that goes to show you that, you know, you start with Esau, even the rest of the nations. All right, you've been oppressing our people. All right, destroyers of the Lord's heritage. Okay, especially, I mean, look at Jake now, man. Jake is through. Okay, yep. Jake makes up the prison industrial complex. Yep. All right, Jake is the main ones. Okay, dying from health problems because of your wicked science and your medical institutions. Knowing damn well the elites of the medical institutions know who we are. They know we can't be eating certain foods and doing certain things. You know, so yeah, man. And again, this fucking money system, the amount of debt, okay, the amount of the cost of living, that's hurting our people, man. So this is a heavy bond, and that's why the Lord is coming back to judge you for all this. And of course, what the brothers brought out, this is the revealing, because we're explaining you. The book is open. Exactly. Now we're telling you your judgment. All right, this is the court of law. All right, and we're basically telling you, all right, your crimes, and this is the consequences for your crimes.
Yes, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So back at Jeremiah.
Yes.
Jeremiah 50. You want to read 11 again?
No, where we at?
12.
Go ahead. Read 12.
Come on. Jeremiah 50 and 12. Your mother shall be sore confounded. She that bare you shall be ashamed.
Brexit.
Behold,
That's what you had in Brexit. You know. Mm-hmm. You know. So the beast is about to hate the horse on him. You know. Mm-hmm. It's actually started. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This financial stuff is making a lot of these Europeans angry with America.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're gonna see. Of course, it says your mother shall be sore confounded. It's talking about the United Kingdom,
right?
But hey, they're catching hell too. All right, from this crazy designed event. Right. You know, and a lot of these British people are upset with America. Hell, they even have the State Department has a warning for American citizens when they travel overseas. Right. When you go into Europe, you're not supposed to be flaunting. Don't expose yourself as American. Keep a low profile. In Europe. All right, in Europe, yeah. All right, because the Europeans, the average European knows America's screwing them. Okay, and then with the Federal Reserve constantly increasing the interest rates, all right, it's hurting their dollars. It's hurting their currency because they have to compete now.
Exactly.
So yeah, they're being pissed off, man.
Yep.
You got it.
Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert.
Right. The hindermost is clearly talking about America. America is the hindermost of the nations. The nations started to form over there on that side of the earth, man, in the eastern hemisphere. You know, you got what they call it, the cradle of civilization, and you know, civilization started off in Mesopotamia and spread out from there. You had Israel, and you had Egypt. You know, so none of those count as the hindermost of the nations. It's talking about America, man. You know, over here, across the pond, as they like to say, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, America's fairly new.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Fourth part.
this is a fairly new land that Esau then messed it up very quickly.
Man.
Yep.
Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate.
Look up the word holy.
Holy.
Holy. Let's see what that say.
It shall be wholly desolate.
Let's
Call.
Let's see if ancient Babylon is holy. Holy desolate.
Call.
Call your pop.
Everything.
Everything.
All whosoever. Whatsoever. Nothing. Yeah. Totality. Everything.
Totality.
Wow.
The whole of. You know?
It makes sense.
Yeah, everything. Gone.
You need 200 million nukes to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Warheads.
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 What?
Mhm.
200 million warheads. Yep.
Hey, what's that?
Oh, did somebody find sparing no arrows? Shoot at her.
Mhm.
I think that's in two
That's-
places.
I was thinking it, yeah. Spare.
I got it.
Yes, yeah. We was about
Okay,
to read
okay,
it.
all right.
We're about to get to
Now
it.
to get to the
But I did want to get this because it said it should be made wholly desolate, right? The totality of it.
Yeah.
Now you have an example of that in the scriptures. It's Jude chapter 1 verse 7. It says, even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them, in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. Man, and let's get another one real quick. There's Isaiah chapter 13, and there's prophecies about Babylon, right? Let's get a little bit. Where should I start at?
overthrow of Sodom. Oh.
Yep.
And you want to start with the needs?
Yeah, verse 17. Yep, Isaiah 13-17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. And as Brother Samak just explained, modern day Medes is the Russians, man. You know, because they're going to be the ones that take down modern day Babylon, along with the nations that's going to be accompanied with them.
Right.
You know?
And just to, hit a key word, two key words, I will.
Right.
So this is the Lord doing it.
Right.
He said, all right. So you elites, whatever plans you have, all right. It don't mean squat. The Lord's setting Russians up to do His bidding. You got it.
And he's going to use you pawn ass nations to stir them up. Like they say, the least of the flock should draw them out.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Karab. That is right, because that's happening now.
Right.
What's going on with the 1948ers, the JJs, and Iran, the Persians, and this whole thing in Ukraine, because Iran is backing Russia in Ukraine, and the Ukrainian government is like, hey, JJs, we need weapons, we need Iron Dome, like, what's up? And so, hey, that's going to be the trigger pull. And once the JJs start to align themselves with America and this whole war with Ukraine, it's a wrap.
Yep.
Russia's going to say, hey, Iran, I'm going to back you, I'm going to fund you, and, we gonna put a work on the 1948ers, the JJs, the small hats, the imposters, y'all going to get your judgment.
Yep. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, And as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows, we just read and explained what the arrows are. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces. They shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. Right, and you creating a nuke, you don't got pity upon who all gonna burn up with it. You know that this is gonna be a weapon of mass destruction.
Right.
You know?
Right.
What did Oppenheimer say?
Yeah.
Right.
Now I have become destroyer of the world.
Right.
Because 1 + 1 = 2. You got nuclear fission. Oh man.
Right.
You can destroy the world.
Just wipe out everything.
Right.
Oh, ain't that,
They don't respect the person.
No respect.
That's right.
Hey, and real quickly, look what the Russians are doing in Ukraine. They blowing up schools, they blowing up hospitals, and that's according to the mainstream media. You know, so if they're killing little children in Ukraine, which are their own people, they're not gonna give a fuck about you Americans. Man.
Right.
They don't give a fuck about Tyrone, Carlos, Susie, Tommy. They all getting nuked, man.
Right.
There's no more. And Russia already said that they can't fight a conventional war against NATO.
Come.
So they already know that the only way out is by pressing the button.
That's it.
And they're not even going to try and fight a conventional war with NATO.
Hey,
Only-
Salaki, bro.
No, go ahead.
Like I think of maybe a year and a half back, Putin said that. He said, "Look, if we receive any physical threat from any nation that's a part of NATO, we shoot a nuke at you. Like it could be you could shoot a tomahawk or a cruise missile at us. We shooting a nuke at you. Yeah, because like you said, you can't fight a conventional war against you.
Right. So we know World War III is not going to be a long, drawn-out war. And that's good news for us.
Right.
It's going to make the time short. But here's the point, though, verse 19. And remember, we explaining how this is talking about future Babylon. You know, not ancient Babylon. It says, in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Now, like Apostle Tahar like to say, ancient Babylon went down like a surgical strike.
Right.
Belshazzar was drunken and having a feast, and he just got slew, you know, and the kingdom just got translated like that, you know. And Babylon went from nation, still after that, went from nation to nation.
Right.
Even when Alexander the Great was set up, he was king of Babylon, you know. So, no, this is talking about the future Babylon, talking about today, because Sodom and Gomorrah got burnt up completely, made desolate by fire that came from the sky.
That's right.
It's dang.
Next verse.
Verse 20, it shall never be inhabited.
We went back to holy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Right.
One of the synonymous words with holy was nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Nothing.
Totality.
Call.
Neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Right. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there. Neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. And yeah, you got the Arabians on the fucking corner stores, you know, with the beauty
7-Eleven.
stores and beauty shop and shit.
Gas stations.
You know, selling bags of chips for 60 cents now. Goddamn.
Right.
It used to be, you know, you get the little small bag for 50. It used to be a quarter way back in the day.
And if you look at, Saudi Arabia, heavily involved with America, with the whole petrodollar and everything.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
Yep.
So the alliance between Saudi and
Yeah.
Iran is going to be very
It's
interesting.
very interesting now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, let me take this off. And why you got it.
Yeah, 13.
Yeah, read 13 again.
Come on, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 13. Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues.
Mm-hmm.
Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she have sinned against the Lord.
Those missiles.
Yep.
Right.
Precept.
Mm-hmm.
2nd Ezra 16 and 13.
No. You got it.
It's 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 13 says, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp.
and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. Man.
Come on now.
Yep, that's right. No, because that goes with Jeremiah when it says that none shall return in vain.
Mhm.
It was just a couple verses up, and here it is again.
And he mentioned the most hinder parts.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Here.
There you go.
Right.
And the ends of the world.
Don't be a dumbass
Right.
and try to believe that that's talking about a literal fucking arrow, bow and arrow. Man.
Right.
Hey, or believe it. Believe that.
Right.
The ends of the world.
Right.
Don't be surprised when somebody come out with a doctrine.
Yep.
Don't be surprised at this point.
Right.
It's coming around.
And I always like to bring this out too, and brothers know, anytime the American government or the American military are missing a nuclear missile, they call it a broken arrow.
Mm.
Okay.
Come on now, because a nuclear missile shoots up into the air and has a arch trajectory and it comes down. The fuck? That's how the ancient prophets were able to describe it, because the word nuclear, they didn't have a word for nuclear or missile.
Right.
You know.
And the Lord is a just power. Okay. So He's going to give you scriptures explaining this nuclear missile. He ain't gonna just they got these nuclear missiles and nowhere in the scriptures mentions it. It doesn't. Nah, that's not how the Lord gets down.
A weapon of mass destruction.
Weapon of mass destruction that can kill millions and billions of people.
Yeah.
It's going to be in the Bible.
That's right. And we're here to tie it all together.
Right.
And look at the name of them. ICBM. Intercontinental.
Yeah.
Meaning it can go from one continent to the next.
Right.
And that doesn't just mean the one right next to it. No, it can go from the uttermost or the most eastern continent to the uttermost continent.
The hindermost of the nation.
Hindermost. Come on, man.
I got one real quick. Joel 2 and verse 3. That describes it a little bit more in detail. It's,
Joel 2 and 3. A fire devoureth before them.
right, and that's the warhead inside the nuclear. It's the silo. It says behind. You can come in and read it.
And behind them a flame burneth.
Right, so that's the fire that propels the ICBM missile to get it to go from one continent to the next.
The land is as the Garden of Eden before them.
So that before they touch down, everything is normal and look beautiful like before time.
And behind them a desolate wilderness.
That's what everything is destroyed. It says totality with one of the synonyms. Nothing when they land. It ain't gonna be nothing in the Bible.
Right. It says, and nothing shall escape them, man.
Right.
You know?
Good movie to watch. Terminator.
Keep going.
There's a lot.
Verse 4, the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. And you could tie this right with Revelation chapter 9. You know, the armor that's that's set around them, the metals. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Because these things are going to be shot at once, man. They're going to make a noise.
How you mentioned Revelation 9, what the number it said, 200,000.
Yeah, 200,000. Warheads. And they could fit dozens of warheads in one missile.
Yep.
You know? Do your research.
And he made where it said, like men in a battle array.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean, because people just that's talking about an army of men. No, it's not. It's talking about missiles that's going to be arrayed like an army of men.
Right. As horsemen.
Right.
For all it's funny, Jake. It's crazy. Like you listen to hip hop and rap, they use metaphors like and as, but then when it comes to the Bible, they get simple.
Right.
Because we got politically correct people that comment on that. Want to be politically correct all the time.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you keep reading, let me read it this way. Verse 5. Verse 6, before their face the people shall be much pained all faces shall gather blackness, right? Because the alarms might go off, or the people gonna know that nuclear missiles coming, and they spirit them gonna leave right then. But verse 7 it says, "They shall run like mighty men." If it was talking about men, it would have said they shall be mighty men.
Yeah.
They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march everyone on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Right. So, like mighty man, like this is what the Lord is using out of His army to destroy Babylon.
It's comparing.
Right.
Simile.
Right. It's similitude. You know.
That last part, they shall not break their ranks. That link up with what Z read. When they be shot into the ends of the earth, none. It said none shall miss. And they shall not miss when they be shot into the ends of the earth. So they're showing you that the Spirit of the Lord is going to be in them.
Right.
To direct them to where they got to go. The Scripture tell you how Wisdom of Solomon 12:1, thine incorruptible spirit is in all things.
Right.
So the Lord gonna guide them where they need to go.
Right. Those every warhead gonna hit what the Lord wanted to hit.
Right.
He can multiply them if he wants to. Don't put them in the box. There's gonna be 200 million warheads, as the Scripture says.
Right.
You know.
Right.
He also said, "I've created a waste to destroy," and it says it's for His purpose.
Yep.
Right.
It's the Most High nukes.
Right.
You say the spirit of the most what? A consuming fire?
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
You got something?
Yeah, I got two. I'm gonna go back to Isaiah 13, and I'm gonna start at 13. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 13. Therefore, I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in the day of His fierce anger.
And that's Isaiah 24. Linking up together.
Yep.
How is the Lord going to shake the heavens and the earth and remove out of her place? How?
Right.
Nuclear missiles could do it.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 14. And it shall be as the chase robe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up, they shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own land. Verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Verse 16. Their child also shall be dashed into pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their rights ravaged. So that's the times we're coming into, man. You know, for you people that's saying Jacob's trouble, that's not gonna happen. That's right there. For you people that's saying the Lord not coming back to judge the inhabitants of the earth, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Bring out a precept that say the Lord not gonna do what He do. He puts it in the Bible saying that His words on saying it's not gonna go void. So come on. The second precept I have is Ezekiel 38, and I'm gonna start at 10. This is Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 10. Thus saith the Lord, thy power, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. And that evil thought is going into them, the Lord putting the spirit upon them to push the button to shoot the nukes. Huh?
Yep.
Verse 11.
That's right. That's talking about the king of the Medes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, starting with him.
Gog and Magog, Russia.
Starting with the king of the Medes, and you know, everybody gonna follow suit. Because really, the king of the Medes, they the top dogs right now in the sense of war, because they got the most nukes, so they the badass on the block. And the United States have ran simulations of war with these countries, and guess what? They told you that they'll lose.
Right.
Yep.
They told the American people that.
Yep.
General Mark Milley.
He said it. He said the Russians have the capability, all right, with their missiles to annihilate this place. He told it for the Congress, man. That's why they got bunkers, and you dumbass Americans don't.
I had a quick precept on that.
Let me finish this one. Yeah, brother, you know, we reading Jeremiah 50, so for sake of time too, you know.
Okay, verse 11. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwell villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates.
Mm-hmm.
God, that's America. No, America doesn't have any defense systems against it. No nuclear missiles, and they tell you all these things in the news. They tell you these are articles that you all can read. You can Google it. America is the land that are at rest. They dwell safely. The virgin daughter of Babylon. She's been untouched. You know.
Hey, what? 2 or 3 years ago, Russia did a drill, like a nuclear attack. And they had bunkers for like 2 million people to go into. Well, America bunkers for their people.
There are none.
Right.
Russia has bunkers for their people. They run simulation drills sometimes, and they do. Go ahead. You got
Well, just to add what you were saying, Gabar, not just a couple of days ago, fake
the
nuclear threat,
the cyber attack. Yeah.
What did they tell their people? Go into your bunkers.
Oh, the iodine pills. They got iodine pills for their people.
Yeah.
So Russia believes that they can win a nuke. That's a part of their war strategy.
Yeah.
So they think that they can survive that.
Yeah.
They are including that into their war strategy.
Yeah.
America doesn't have any.
Yeah.
It's suicidal for them.
Yeah.
You know, and these are, like I said, I'm gonna harken on this because we got listeners that listen. Go and Google these things. Look it up for yourself. Everything that we're saying, you can actually see it for yourself.
Worth the Google.
Yeah, this is the last verse. To take a spoil and to take a prey, to turn thy hand upon the desolate place that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations which have gotten cattle and goods that dwell in the midst of the land.
It's good.
Nah, go ahead, Roy.
Go ahead, Rob.
Jeremiah 15:15. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand. Her foundations are fallen. Her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of the Lord. Take vengeance upon her, as she hath done, do unto her.
Go ahead.
Cut off the sword from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. For fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn every one to his people, and they shall flee every one to his own land.
We just read that in Isaiah 13. You know, about everybody fleeing to their own land. Cut off the soul from Babylon, which is going into the farming. You know, the farmers are not going to reap harvest like they used to, because it's time for America to fall, man. The Lord is going to bring a famine upon the land.
Right. These farms being cut off right now as we speak.
That's right.
You
A
know.
lot of these are process plants that went off flames.
Farmers committing suicide.
Tyson just closed 2 this week. 2 plants. Major plants.
And you actually got the elites paying farmers to not farm.
Yep.
These are all things that are happening in your face.
Yep.
They're taking deals from these people to not farm.
Right.
Oh, Bill Gates buying up farms,
Farm
but then
land.
telling you you're gonna be eating bugs.
Right. And where it says, and they shall flee everyone to his own land, you're seeing that now. You're seeing people that have money to denounce their citizenship, because the average American doesn't know that you have to pay in order to denounce your citizenship. All right, because again, this is place of captivity, man. All right, so but you have people that are paying, denouncing their citizenship, and fleeing to another country, man. You know, because they see this place is through.
Verse 17, Israel is a scattered sheep. The lions have driven him away, for the king of Assyria have devoured him, and last this Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, have broken his bones. Therefore thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will punish the king of Babylon and his land as I have punished the king of Assyria. And I will bring Israel again to his habitation, and he shall feed on Carmel and Bashan, and his soul shall be satisfied upon Mount Ephraim and Gilead.
That's right. The Lord's going to get us up out of this place.
That's right.
Talking about in the kingdom.
All right. So when the disciples was asking the Lord, "Is this the time in which you're gonna restore the kingdom unto Israel?"
Right.
Now we know that this has to happen first. This prophecy that we're reading, that the Lord gotta tear down Babylon, which America is Babylon the Great, and then we're gonna go back into our land.
That's right. That's right.
In those days and in that time, saith the Lord, the iniquity of Israel shall be sought for, and there shall be none, and the sins of Judah, and they shall not be found, for I will pardon them whom I reserve.
That's talking about the elect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and of course the new covenant,
Mm-hmm.
right? You know, which we're not in yet.
Right.
You know,
If we in a new covenant, then why are you making videos? Teaching.
you know, we just spoke about that plenty. You know, go ahead, bro.
Go up against the land of Merathaim.
You know, you got to get that word.
Yeah, let's get that real quick.
Yeah.
Gotta bring it out.
Mm-hmm. So
Tell me this ain't Babylon.
So it's Marathion, which means double rebellion. Another name for Babylon. Double bitterness. That's talking about America, or Amar, which is the dual of Mar. Wow, Marathium is the dual of Mar, and Amarico, or America, means bitter. Double rebellion, double bitterness, man. They just had International Women's Day, and guess who gets the reward?
Man.
Right, the Transformer again. They giving them all
This shit is common.
This shit crazy, but it's double rebellion against the Most High, though. You know?
That's true.
What?
This ain't talking about this right here.
Yeah.
This it.
Right.
Not where and who is it?
Right. What's that weirdo's name? Bill Gates and all them. Hey, we gotta get these people jabbed up, and then better healthcare and all this stuff. Totally disregarding the power. Our science is over. It's gonna trump. Okay, the creator of everything.
It's about X and the Most High.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
AI is the new God.
Yep.
Artificial intelligence.
Hey, a baby could choose his gender.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Can't even
No,
talk.
no, Harari told you that
Yep.
they doing away with Jesus.
Jesus. Yeah.
That's fake news. That's old news. We can make God as angry as we want.
Right.
That's what these people said on TV. We can make God as angry as we want. We got the heart. We be good.
They had a statue of Baphomet outside the freaking Congress. The state Congress.
Yeah, one of the state. I think either Arkansas or Kansas. Yeah, one of those states.
It then did like a little tour real quick. It was in front of one Capitol building and then another one.
Yeah.
This is it. Double. This is it.
Yep.
This is it.
Double, not double. That's why the Lord said, "Give to her double."
Right.
Yeah.
If not, where who
Oh,
is?
you got it? Oh, bring it out. You got to bring that out. You're right. Got it.
Revelation 18.
18. Yeah. Give to her double.
What verse that is?
This has 6. But I
Mhm.
5 though.
Start at verse 5.
Revelation 18 verse 5. For her sins have reached into the heavens. The Most High remember her iniquities. Reward her as she has rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works, in the cup which she has filled to her double.
Yeah, fill to her double.
That's right.
That's right.
That's why that 200 million warheads.
Yeah. Hey, they used to take Jake and have picnics, which go back to picking niggas and barbecue the Jake. Hang them and set them on fire.
That's right. Yep.
That was the thing.
And that was those were public events.
Yep.
Their employer would hey, can I leave the work to go watch the burning? And they would let them go. Go early, leave early. It's a book that I got. Elder Malcolm, he goes into that. It's a book, and it goes all into that.
Right.
Without sanctuary, yep. And they're raising the price on. I paid like almost $200.
And they'll make postcards of it.
Mm-hmm.
This was a thing, man.
Yep, that was a thing.
They made nigger skin purses and
Mhm.
Yeah.
jackets and an actual skin.
Yeah.
Right.
Wear it now.
Wear it.
This the damn devil. How you wear somebody else's skin?
You can see the actual face.
Yeah.
You
see the lip print? Yes. That's why they're trying to do away with that history.
Yeah.
And if we try to speak about it, they talk about hate speech.
Right.
Right.
That's part of what desegregation, in quotation marks, was about. To really do away with that history being spoke. You know,
Right.
let everybody be kumbaya
Right.
and stop all of this. Let that stuff be swept under the rug.
Right.
You know?
You know why? Because they know if you dig deep enough, you're going to peel back layers and find out you're an Israelite. If you dig deep enough, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just scratch the surface, you're just going to be proud of Black History Month.
That's it.
You know? But if you dig deeper, you're going to find out that you're an Israelite. And that's why they want to get rid of that whole conversation. Like you said, Brother Kumbaya.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I tell you, your history began in slavery. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
That's right.
You gotta speak up. You gotta speak up loud.
All right, so correct me if I'm wrong. I got Isaiah 54 and 16.
You talking about the missiles?
Yeah, this missiles right here. Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth the instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy.
Yeah, and that waster to destroy is talking about Esau. So the Lord.
No, the waster is the missiles.
Missiles.
Right.
Smith is the scientist.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So the Lord said, "I did that. Those are mine." He belongs to these people. See, they're constantly making missiles. They're never going to tell you how many missiles they have. Never ever.
No.
Approximately.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. The Lord put the spirit upon them to create these nuclear missiles to waste
That's right.
and to destroy, and that's what's going to be able to bring them down, because they have that spirit of like, who's going to bring us down? You know, even the regular day American walking around like, who going to fuck with America?
Right.
And they really believe that. Even 2/3 believe that about America. You know, because they don't trust in the Lord. They don't think the Lord coming back. So that's why they just gone. They gonna go along with whatever Esau pushes out to them. Because they like, who gonna bring them down? But we telling you, we giving it to you right now, man.
Hey, Smart, remember that bozo I showed you on Instagram where it was like, look, America is the only country that is nuclear capable. None of these other countries have missiles, not even Russia. And we only one that have a blue sea navy that can compete. And he was dead, like,
He was serious.
yeah, he was dead ass serious. And
He was sincerely wrong.
right. Absolutely, brother.
You know.
Hey,
But he was saying it with the utmost confidence. Like,
yeah,
I'm like, what this devil been living under a rock?
right. Pride have deceived.
That's it. That's it.
That's a prideful thing, man.
Man.
I mean, damn, he didn't listen to General Mark Milley, I guess.
Right.
Dumbass. You got it.
Back in Isaiah 50. I mean Jeremiah 50.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we was going into marathon.
Let me read 21 again.
Come on. Jeremiah 15:21. Go up against the land of Merathaim, even against it, and against the inhabitants of Pekod, waste and utterly destroy after them, saith the Lord, and do according to all that I have commanded thee.
Go ahead.
A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction.
Shit, we sounding the alarm right now.
Mm-hmm.
We letting y'all know what's up. Go ahead, keep reading.
How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
Karab, the guy.
Yep.
You just said it.
Right.
Because that's pretty much what the average American thinks, what that guy thinks.
Yep.
How? What?
Delusional, man.
Yeah.
And they take credit. America takes credit. Americans, when their American pride of having the greatest army and winning this war and that war. But when we bring this scripture out, then they don't want to take the credit.
Yeah.
The hammer of the whole earth, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Who is
You know?
that?
Who has military bases in every continent?
Right.
America.
Right.
Right.
Those
Navies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
America.
They have these. They even have their branches joined together when it comes to mapping out the globe. Like, you know, and okay, and that's why they have CENTCOM and Central Command and all that. All right, who? That's America. America, the Space Force, okay, the satellites. All right, America's Air Force alone, dominating the all these other countries. So yeah, man, it's America.
Yep.
See, that's the thing, though. Again, that's these wicked ass Americans, man. They're snakes, man. They can't own up, okay, to, hey, you're wrong when you're wrong, you're right when you're right. It's plain, man.
Right. Yep. Babylon become a desolation amongst the nations. Go ahead.
Verse 24, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware, thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. The Lord has opened up his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord, God of hosts, in the land of the Chaldeans.
We were just speaking about, those are his missiles. They belong to him to bring forth his work, which is to destroy America, Babylon the Great. The Lord wants to do that. He wants to destroy this place. And he is.
He has to, because it was written.
That's right.
It's a man that he should not lie.
And he gonna get the credit for it too, the glory.
Go ahead.
26, come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly, let nothing of her be left.
Sheesh.
Mar.
Holy.
Go ahead.
Slay all her bullocks, let them go down to the slaughter. Woe unto them, for their day is come, the time of their visitation. The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon, to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord, our power, the vengeance of his temple.
Who's the temple?
Go.
Who's the temple? That's right, Israelites.
That's right.
Right.
The voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon. To declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord. Lord, hey, whew. Go ahead, keep reading.
Right.
Go ahead, you got it.
No, it's beautiful, especially going into the next verse. That's why we go out on the streets and we let everybody know that the Lord's going to send nukes to America, which is Babylon the Great. That's the voice. The prophets, the men that he's raising up, those who receiving this word through the Holy Spirit, standing upon our feet, and prophesying against this place. That's a commandment for us to prophesy against Mount Seir, man. This is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. You got it?
Call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow, camp against it, round about, let none thereof escape.
So basically, the Lord is like ordering them to do it through the Spirit already. It hasn't happened yet, but it will, which goes into the beast hate no more.
He pointed. It said, all ye that bend the bow. So if you have nuclear capability, shoot at America.
Yeah. Right. So everybody that got missiles, that's what that means.
Right.
If you got a missile, the Lord is commanding you to shoot it at America.
Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she hath done, do unto her, for she hath been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel. Therefore shall her young man fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord.
Go ahead.
Behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord, the Most High of hosts, for that day is come, the time that I will visit thee. And the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him.
Because he got a precept.
Book of Malachi, chapter 4, verse 1.
That's right. Most proud.
Malachi 4, chapter 4, verse 1, Malachi 4, 1 says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
Mhm.
And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. Going to that nuclear fire.
That's right. Hey, next verse, shoot. The balance of it.
Verse 2, it says, But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings. That's our Lord Yahushua, man.
Right.
Those who fear the names going into the elect. It says, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall.
Right. So the day that the Son of Man come is going to be coupled with fire. That's how his arrival is going to be. Fire that's going to be from nuclear missiles, and fire also from the chariots as well. You know, and that's a time in which the Lord's going to save the remnant of Israel. You know.
Keep going.
Oh, keep going. Let's go.
Verse 3, it says, and ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes upon the soles of your feet. Under slot. They shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this, saith the Lord of hosts.
Right. Right. And that's going into Revelation 15. You know. Matter of fact, read that real quick.
We're gonna see destruction.
Revelation 15:1. And I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of the Most High. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire. So Apostle St. John he's seeing the vision of looking down at the earth, man. Because if you look down at the earth from outer space, it will look like one of those, you know, what you call them? Snow globe balls. You know what I'm saying? You know, the atmosphere. He's looking down at the atmosphere. A sea of glass, you're going to see all that blue, but mingle with fire. And that's going to be from what we've been talking about this whole lesson. Nuclear missiles, man.
That's right.
And them that had gotten the victory over the beast and over his image and over his mark and over the number of his name, and the mark is the MOTB, the micro CHIP. Stand on the sea of glass, having the hearts of the Most High. So, right, our enemies are going to be ashes under the soles of our feet, man. We're going to be able to see Babylon the Great, America, the place that enslaved so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, massacres you, slaughter you, you know, took away your heritage from you. We're going to be able to see their downfall, man. You know?
Yes, I read 25 after that. Yes, I read 25 after that.
Come.
Read 3.
Verse 3, and they sing the song of Moses, the servant of the Most High, and the song of the Lamb, saying, great and marvelous are thy works, Lord God Almighty. Just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints.
And so this is obviously talking about Israelites, because who knows the song of Moses? Who was
Right.
with Moses? The Israelites.
Right.
You
Who
know?
was the son of Moses' son?
Right.
In the beginning, from his initial start, came out of Egypt.
Right.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Exodus 15 and 15.
Yep.
Says the song. That's the
Yep.
song
That's right.
of Moses.
And in that song, you know, the first enemy that's named besides Pharaoh is Edom. You know? But
Yeah.
Yep. But here's Sirach chapter 25, verse 7.
Yes.
There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. In the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that has joy of his children, which the Lord is beginning to have now by waking up, you know, his elect. And that's going to be ultimately fulfilled in the kingdom. And he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. The Lord want that for us, man.
Lord willing, we see it.
Right.
Yeah, to see.
Lord willing, we have that number. We got to keep on fighting, enduring.
Yep. Gotta know why.
33, right?
Yeah.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 33. Thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. They're redeemed.
Wait, we gotta break that down. Yeah, man.
That's right. Children of Israel and Judah, the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom.
Right,
We're all here pressed together here in America.
right,
Because, like you said earlier, the Syrians, they went off with the northern.
right,
You know, Babylon, the Babylonians got southern.
right.
You know,
So in the ancient, when you read Second Kings, and you know, the children of Israel and Judah weren't oppressed together under Babylon, man. The Syrians had been and took Israel away, man.
that's right.
You know, to the point where you got prophets who prophesied after the children of Israel were taken away, and they was prophesying against Judah that the Babylonians was gonna come up against them. And when the Assyrians was taken down, the scriptures tell us in 2nd Ezra chapter 13 that the 10 tribes, they came to a land where never men dwelt, man. You know? So this is future prophecy saying that so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you the true Israelites, we were over here oppressed together. That has been fulfilled now. You know?
In the sidebar to the 1948ers, there's no record of you being oppressed over here in America
Right,
or Babylon the Great.
right,
So you do not fit that at all.
right, right,
Another sidebar is the only place we were oppressed together, like how we were oppressed together now, was ancient Egypt. Showing you that America is spiritual Egypt.
Yep, that great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, man.
That's right.
Where also our Lord was crucified, Babylon the Great. Come on. It really ain't. See, that's why persecution coming.
Right.
Because they know it's cutting them now. What Hebrews chapter 4 say? I want to get that real quick because I don't want to butcher it.
Isaiah 1 after that.
Hebrews chapter 4 verse 12. For the word of the Most High is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart.
That's right.
Neither is there any creature that is not manifest in his sight, but all things are naked and open unto the eyes of him with whom we have to do. It's the reason why that persecution, everybody going to want to tag up against the Israelites soon, because these words are cutting now. It ain't for everybody to be saved. The salvation is only for the elect. This truth of salvation. But us bringing out these things and connecting the dots through the scriptures with history and current events, pulling it all together, that's why that persecution gonna come, because they want to shut our mouths, man. They about tired of us. You know?
I'm about tired of
But you said Hosea 4 and
Hosea 1.
Hosea 1.
1 and 11.
Beautiful.
That's right.
Hosea 1 and verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together.
And we already here gathered together.
Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, let me start up real quick. Verse 9. Then said the Most High, call his name Lo Amai, which La'ah Imya, which is not my people. For you are not my people, and I will not be your God. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God.
That's right.
And over here they completely took and stripped away everything from us. You know, even what did they start calling us black over here?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Negroes, colored,
Indian, rich port, Puerto Ricans. You know, for those who don't know Spanish. But over here is when we're gonna know that we are the sons of the living God, and that's why we're the ones out on the streets teaching. You know, then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together and appoint themselves one head. They shall come up out of the land, for great shall be the day of Jezreel, which is Yazarayala. You know, he's the seed of the Most High. You know, great is going to be that day when the Lord deliver us.
I got a precept.
Mm-hmm.
Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 15 and 16.
Ezekiel 37:15, the word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick, and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, which represents the northern kingdom. Judah represents the southern, and Joseph or Ephraim represents the northern kingdom. And for all the house of Israel, his companions, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. There you go.
That's it. And that's going into how northern kingdom and southern kingdom, all right, they're gonna be united together in the valley of dry bones, which that valley is America.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is prophecy being fulfilled at this very moment.
Yep.
I got one, Brand. These are Joel 3, 6, and 7. It's Joel chapter 3, verse 6. It says, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have been sold unto the Grecians, representing these Edomites here in Babylon, that ye might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place where ye have sold them, and return your recompense upon your own head. You know, going to the tribes together again.
That's right.
The slave trade, we were actually sold for money.
Yep.
They're going to take them out of that place that was sold.
What's that?
Majority was not one.
See, us coming back together is big future prophecy. Zechariah 9 and 13. I'm going to start at verse 12. It says, turn you to the stronghold. And what's the stronghold? There's truth. Coming back to our power. The name of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, is a strong tower. The righteous run into and are safe. Ye prisoners of hope. It's talking about us. Even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee. The Lord going to give us double for our trouble. When I have bent Judah for me, filled the bow with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, and made thee as a sword of a mighty man. Right. So that spiritual power is also coming too. Jeremiah 51:20 talks about the Lord using his men as battle axe and war weapons.
Right. And just for history purposes, this is obviously talking about now because Ephraim wasn't under captivity under the Greeks. They already were gone. Right. So this is talking about Judah and Ephraim coming together against you, Edomites, also known as the Greeks in that scripture.
And this is why a lot of people don't want to get into prophecy because you can't refute this information.
Right. They got a saying that says truth hurts. Real talk. So yeah.
Rock solid.
Jeremiah 15:34, their Redeemer is strong. The Lord of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon.
That's right. Our Redeemer is strong. Our Redeemer, well, in here, contextually, is saying Yahweh is the Redeemer. He's going to use Yahweh Shai, which is the Redeemer as well. Right. He's going to use Yahweh Shai to save us.
Right.
And it says that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. Because we need to get the hell up out of here, man. That's right. We need rest.
Yeah.
That's right. 35.
A sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed.
Hey, you go into that word dote, it means to show themselves foolish, man. And that's Joe Biden. That Sleepy Joe, man.
That's right there.
That nigga falling off of bikes. And,
falling up the stairs.
Right. That nigga's gone, bro.
Speaking gibberish.
Right. Hey, if you want a good laugh, just search like Sleepy Joe compilation. You gonna laugh, man. You probably gonna do that after we done with this lesson. We vibing.
That's right.
But why?
Verse 37, a sword is upon their horses and upon their chariots and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, and they shall become as woman. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed.
The mighty man shall cry that bitterly.
Yup.
That's right. But it says, upon all the mingled people, America's the melting pot.
Yup.
That's right.
That's right.
Mingled.
Come on.
A drought is upon her waters, and they shall be dried up. For it is the land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols.
That's happening now.
Yep.
Hey, what was it? Mississippi River?
Yeah.
I know, man.
Yeah.
And so hey, man, that's the Lord, okay, bringing this place down, man.
Yep.
Drying up her waters, okay, making sure that, all right, you people get confounded, okay, with your idols.
Yep.
That's why you're gonna be mad. You're gonna be screaming and yelling, wondering why Chezzy ain't saving you. Then you're gonna call on Satan. He ain't saving your ass.
Yep.
Okay.
Then they gonna take a chip, and that ain't gonna save their ass.
Yep. Because they still rationing food out. I mean, they're setting up the whole grid. Was it Elder Yashawama did a video that they're getting everything to grid it out where, it's going to be set up where people are going to be rationed. Okay, where they can go, where they can, eat and all that
That's
stuff.
part of the Great Read. That's
Great
a part
Read.
of that's what they talk about in Davos.
Right.
And you people, we bring out this information and y'all don't care. So those type of lessons are boring.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear all that until you're actually in a camp.
Right.
Then you're gonna care.
Begging for water.
That's why they don't. They so docile. They mad upon their idols, man.
Yeah.
They so busy worshiping their celebrities, which they set up these celebrities to be idols, like Beyonce and Lil Uzi Vert say to worship Satan. They gonna have these kids worshiping Satan.
Yeah.
Verse 38. The
39.
drought. It's like 39. Therefore, the wild beasts of the desert with the wild beasts of the islands shall dwell there, and the owls shall dwell therein, and it shall be no more inhabited forever, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. As the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord, so shall no man abide there, neither shall any son of man dwell therein.
As Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right.
Ancient Babylon was not thrown down like that.
Right. It's people over there now.
Yeah.
That's right.
Modern day Iraq. I mean, Iraq is modern day, Babylon. Ancient Babylon.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth.
That's we spoke about that earlier about the different nations that's gonna come up against Babylon.
That's right.
They shall hold the bow and lance. They are cruel and will not show mercy.
Because the missiles don't have emotions. They're not gonna look at a baby and turn back. No, they go off of coordinates. And the coordinates is here in America.
That's right.
All the nuclear missile coordinates are here in America. That's what the scriptures say. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her.
Right.
That's what that means.
The people who the Lord gonna put the spirit upon to push the buttons, they gonna understand that they about to kill hundreds of millions of people. Babies, elderly, women. No, it don't matter. Push the goddamn button.
That's right.
That's right. And like we mentioned, and we continue to mention, the Spirit of the Lord is in us, Mrs. So it's irrefutable. It's nothing you can do about it. And it's written in the Holy Scripture, so it has to come to pass.
The Lord didn't save the babies out of Sodom and Gomorrah, or the elderly, or, the bad bitches.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
During the flood.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Only 8 people.
Right.
And it says right there, and will not show mercy. So there you go.
You got it, right?
The Lord already showed mercy to his elect. And that's why he didn't show mercy.
That's it.
That's it. Come on.
There you go.
That's it.
Because those are the only ones seeking his mercy.
Right.
Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses, everyone put in array, like a man to the battle against thee. O daughter of Babylon.
Wait, let's go. Let's do it again.
Yeah, do it again.
O daughter of Babylon.
I saw Ramak's spirit.
Man.
Yeah, man, that's a dagger right there.
Psalm 137:7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, race it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewarded thee, as thou hast served us, man. Right. The Lord finna erase y'all. And the scriptures tell us that the Edomites were the ones who burned down the temple when the ancient Babylonians came in and tore up Jerusalem. The Edomites was there having a fucking good time.
He said race it.
Right.
Yeah. They helped destroy the temple.
Right.
All right, so that's scripture.
I mean,
Precept upon precept.
there you go.
Then it's making a connection.
Yeah.
Or daughter of Edom,
Yep.
who ought to be destroyed.
Right.
See? And then linking it with the daughter of Babylon.
Yep. There you go.
That's what we've been reading about this whole lesson. Let's go out.
The king of Babylon have heard the report of them, and his hands waxed feeble. Anguish took hold of him, and the pains as of a woman in travail. Behold, he shall come up like a lion from the swelling of Jordan, unto the habitation of the strong. But I'll make them suddenly run away from her. And who is a chosen man that I may appoint over her? For who is like me, and who will appoint me the time? And who is that shepherd that shall stand before me?
Right.
Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord, that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purposes, and he hath proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them.
Jeremiah 49, verse 20. That's the precept. Okay? And we know Jeremiah 49, starting after 7 verses, talk about what? Edom, right? So Jeremiah 49, verse 20. Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord, meaning the plan of the Lord, that he has taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. And who's the least of the flock? The JJs, the 1948ers, the imposters. They're going to drag you, America, Babylon the Great, into World War III, into nuclear warfare.
The stinky hats.
That's the precept.
That's right.
Verse 46. At the noise of the
taking
at the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations.
Revelation 18.
Yep.
Let's go.
Come on now.
Precepts.
What's that? Yep. Revelation 18. Let's read 8.
8,
yeah. Revelation 18:8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord God who judgeth her. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Because it's going to hit them quick. It's going to be like, damn, man. You know, like shit.
Right.
You know? Like, hey, like when Kobe died, that hit. You're like, damn, Kobe died. Yeah. So imagine all of America just, you know, it's gonna hit these nations real quick.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, because America is one of the biggest consumers to China and also to you know a lot of other nations.
Right.
Saudi Arabia.
We're the biggest consumers. All Americans do is buy shit. And eat, you know. They just buy things they don't need.
Right.
They got credit, so you know they just created this one big credit thing. You buy things.
Right. I mean, even though when you listen to the Financial Channel, what do they call the people? The consumers.
That's who they are.
The consumers.
Yep. But it says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city America, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Damn. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
Disclaimer: what can destroy America in 1 hour? Exactly.
Arrows. Nuclear missiles,
I mean,
man.
the technology, they already say, like, China, Russia, they're boasting in their technology. Like, yeah, our nuclear missile can hit anywhere within 30 minutes. Okay,
Right.
so come on, man.
Along with the fire that's going to come from the chariots of the Lord as well, too.
Yep, that's
You know?
right.
And Babylon's allies are going to shoot missiles at them as well.
Yeah, all
All
day.
of them. Everyone that been
Everyone that's been in the boat shoot at her.
You know, just to prove that those arrows are missiles, I'm on a website called airforcetechnology.com, and there's an arrow defense system called Arrow 3 Air Defense Missile System, which is created in between Israel and the U.S. and it's called Arrow 3 is an exo-atmospheric anti-ballistic missile defense system jointly developed and produced by Israel and the U.S. for long-range threat engagement. So they're literally calling arrows missiles at this point.
Right, it's a perfect way to describe it if you ain't had the word nuclear missile
Right.
back in the day.
Right.
Because what they sometimes they have that bow and arrow and have the fire on it too, you know.
Hey,
But these gonna be shot to the ends of the earth, to the ends of the world.
and in the visions that they saw, that's what they look like, arrows.
Shooting
Like
up.
arrows being shot from one end of the earth to the other.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they saw in their vision.
That's right. They're moving to the tune of prophecy right now.
Right.
So with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. We want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that taught us his truth. Much peace and blessings, salutations to the elect scattered abroad. Shalom.
Shalom.
Baba Ball.
Baba Ball.